Hey, so today I have a first impressions foundation review for you guys. The last time I did a first impressions was that Juice Beauty CC cream, and I don't think that was one of my best videos. I don't think I knew what was going on. I didn't know what I was doing at the time, and I still don't know what I'm doing. So the item that I'm going to do a first impressions video of today is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous collection. So I picked up the powder foundation and I picked up the Fresh Complexion Oil Free Foundation. So this is a fairly new product that's available in a lot of drugstores and grocery stores and even at Ulta. And so I picked up the foundation in the shade 210 because right now I am a little bit on the darker side. I'm hoping that this is a good match. We will find out. And that's kind of why I'm barefaced at the moment. I apologize. And then I have the powder foundation in the shade 115 to 120. So if it turns out that this is a little too dark, then I think this should hopefully account for that. As you can see, I have some acne scars, and so I figured that this would be a good opportunity to see how this will work for me in terms of coverage and longevity and just overall performance during the summertime when my skin is more combination. So I've already done my eye makeup and I've primed my face with the Monostat chafing gel. So let's get awkwardly close to my face so that you can see me apply this. So now that we are adequately and awkwardly close to my bare face right now, I'm just going to take the foundation and I'm going to squeeze out a little bit and use my beauty blender sponge thing to put it on. It's not actually a beauty blender sponge, it's a Real Technique sponge. You know how it goes. Okay, so my mirror thing broke. I'm just going to use my Vice 2 mirror. So if it gets into the shot a little bit, yeah, I apologize. And let's see, I'm going to do one half of my face. I'm going to do this half of my face and I'm just gonna squirt out a little bit and apply. Ooh, it's a little on the liquidy side. It looks to me like it's a little bit on the pink side, but we'll see. Hopefully it'll oxidize a little differently. It was a little hard for me to tell what shade to get at the drugstore because I have more of a golden yellowy undertone, but it doesn't look like there's a lot of coverage. So this is one half of my face with one layer. So with one layer, using a beauty sponge of some sort, I do get some light coverage. It evens it out. I can still see some of my acne scars that are drying up. You know, they're kind of peeking through a little bit. And so I think I will do just one more layer because I think I want to see what it looks like when you do 2 layers. I have a feeling it's going to give me medium coverage if I do 2 layers, but let me test that out first.
Sweet pea, apple of my eye. I don't know when and I don't know why. You're the only reason I keep on coming home.
Okay, so that is 2 layers, and as I suspected, it did give me medium coverage, and I think actually it covered up the acne scars pretty well. I think it's good for if you want things to still look kind of natural. Just comparing my neck and my face, I don't know if you'll be able to see it because of the lighting, but to me it does look like it's running a little pink. I think in terms of darkness it's okay, but in terms of the undertone, this looks a little pink to me. So I'm just going to do the other half of my face so that you can see, but before I do that, I just want to compare both sides. So this is my bare face, and then over here is the Ready Set Gorgeous. Yeah, it has like a demi-matte finish to me. So it's not completely matte, it's not completely dewy, but you know, as it's setting, it does have a pretty nice finish to it. It feels very light, it doesn't feel cakey, it doesn't feel like I have a lot of stuff on my face, even though I did put 2 layers of this foundation. I'm gonna finish up the rest of my face with this foundation. So this is what it looks like with my entire face covered with 2 layers of the foundation. I think it did a pretty good job of concealing some of my zits. I don't think I will need to go back and use concealer on those areas, and I don't know, I might put some concealer on my under eye areas. But from what I can see, I don't see any cakiness on here. Again, the demi-matte finish. I don't think it clings to any dry patches on my skin. at the moment, so that's a plus. Although I did use a silicone-based primer, the Monistat Chafing Gel, so that might also have something to do with why it's applying so smoothly. So now I'm going to use the powder foundation. I got the lighter shade because the shade range for 210, it looked a little too dark. So I'm gonna open this up. This works out. I'm just gonna take my Real Techniques powder brush, gonna press it in, and then I'm just gonna start pressing this onto my T-zone.
Sweet pea, what's this all about? Don't get your way, all you do is fuss and pout.
So it looks like when I'm using this powder foundation, even though you could use the powder foundation, by itself, when I use it with this foundation, I can pretty much get full coverage and I can get like a matte finish with it. Alright, so overall, I am pretty satisfied with the level of coverage, and this is good for a matte finish if that's what you're looking for, because the foundation alone will give you a demi-matte kind of look. Alright, so I'm going to finish up the rest of my face. Okay, so I finished up the rest of my face. I added a bronzer and a highlighter and a blush. I did my eyebrows, and I've even used a setting spray. And I have to say, it looks really pretty. The only thing is, my face looks pink compared to my neck and chest, which is kind of, what I suspected. It kind of matches up with my previous experiences with CoverGirl face products, because I was looking at 210 and 205 and they looked almost the same to me. I thought that 210 was a little more yellow than 205, but it still looks a little pink. So for all of you golden ladies out there, undertone ladies out there, just be aware, on me, this runs a little bit pink. Right now I'm probably NC25, NC30 in the summertime, and this looks a little pink on me. So you might want to correct it with like a yellow powder, or, just try really hard to find a yellow foundation. And so, I don't know. I think it looks really pretty. It's just looking a little pink on me. Or maybe it's the lighting. It's not super obvious, but I don't know. Based off of my eyes, I can kind of tell that the match is just a little off. So I'm gonna update you guys on how this looks, in a couple of hours.
You're the only reason I keep on coming home.
So this is my 2.5 to 3 hour update on the foundation. I know I was freaking out about it looking really pink earlier, but it seems like in natural lighting, that's not the case. It doesn't look that pink, so I think it was just my lighting kit. It looks slightly pink, but like you barely notice it, because overall the finish and the texture is gorgeous. So this is what it looks like. I don't have any noticeable oiliness, no cakiness. There's nothing like clinging to my dry patches. It's still lasting pretty well in the nose area, on the sides of the nose. So that's about it. I'm gonna be out and about. I'm gonna be going to a little arts thingy downtown, and then I'm gonna be going to a Greek festival. So this is my outfit. Just a cotton spandex shift dress and some boots, cutout boots, and I brought a jean jacket for when it gets cooler later on. But overall, it does look flawless, I have to say. It still feels light. Yeah, that's about all I have to say about it right now. So I'll check in with you guys probably at the end of the night whenever I get back. And by the way, the lips are is MAC Lady Danger. So this is like 5.5 hours since my last check-in. And so, like, this has been on for a while, and it's been pretty hot outside, and I wore some sunglasses, and so what happened was the sunglasses kind of, like, smudged my bronzer a little bit, but I think I can still feel my foundation underneath, and so that's good. It doesn't look like I have a lot of caking going on. I might have a little bit of creasing underneath my eyes, and I think that might have to do with the concealer that I used or the way way that I had set it. And aside from that, like, my foundation is still intact. It looks a little bit, you know, oily around the nose area, but like nothing has like significantly faded or smudged. And, you know, as far as that sort of pink cast that I was concerned about, I don't know, maybe it was just something that was most noticeable when I applied it right away, and then, you know, after it settled, it just kind of, I don't know, maybe I just got used to it. I'm not entirely sure. It still looks a little bit more pink compared to my neck, but not as much as before, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe it has more to do with my lighting, but just, you know, make sure that you get yourself a good shade match if you can. It's held up for, I want to say, almost 8 hours, and so I think that's really good wear for a very inexpensive product. In terms of oil control, yeah, the nose area, like my T-zone during the summertime, it gets kind of gross, but the coverage has held up, and so I think this is a really good foundation. I'm pleasantly surprised. Yeah, this is a pretty good deal. I might look into seeing if I can exchange that for a different shade, but, you know, 205 and 210 looked very similar to me. And that's about it. I am feeling very, very sleepy and tired right now, so I'm just going to take off my makeup and go to bed. That's all for now. Bye.